Oh no. No one's going to be butthurt that I've put Tom Dumoulin in the title and the thumbnail. I hope it's not going to be a spoiler for anybody. Oh my gosh. Hello everybody, welcome to Friday's edition of the Pritchard Cycling News Show. We will be talking about Tom Dumoulin as well as all the news from the Giro to get us up to date to stage 7 already. Mental. If you've not done already, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. Coming up next, the biggest news from the week. Let's have a transition. Let's get into it. First up in the news, stage 6 of the Giro d'Italia. Yesterday wasn't the biggest race that went off. You ever tried filming something when someone's drilling next door? Anyway, the biggest news from yesterday wasn't stage 6 yesterday wasn't the biggest news coming out of the cycling world. It was, of course, Chris Pritchard went and won a bloody Zwift race. First race back in what, 2 or 3 weeks? Oh, he went and bloody won it, didn't I?
Oh, I mistimed it. Oh, did I? Oh, did I?
Now I know what you're thinking. Yeah, technically it didn't look like I won the race, but Zwift logic. I won the race. I'm taking it as a win. It was a bloody win. Link is down in the description if you want to check out the stream. It was only a short race around Crit City, 8 laps, 20 minutes. Go and enjoy a middle-aged man grunting like a pig. Thank you, please. Next up in the news, Nasser Bouhanni, the bad boy of cycling, has been handed a partially retroactive 2-month suspension for deviating from his line in this race here. He veered himself across to the left and made contact with Jake Stewart, forcing Jake Stewart into the barrier, and he ended up suffering a fractured hand in the process. So what do you think to this? Do you think the UCI are doing enough to punish those riders who are purposefully deviating from their line to try and slow up other riders? Do you think that the UCI are just picking and choosing who they're targeting with the punishments? Do you think that the punishment is only issued if there's some serious injury or there's an actual crash involved? Obviously Jake didn't come down here, but he did fracture his hand. Had he come down, would the punishment have been even more? Loads of ifs and buts. Hey, if me auntie had a willy, she'd be me uncle. But she done. Next up, so we can segue nicely into stupid people doing stupid things, let's move across to the Giro now. Stage 6 wasn't necessarily all about the victory, although it was great that Gino Mader managed to stay away from the chasing pack to take victory, to try and reinvigorate and try to remotivate Bahrain victorious after Mikel Landa came down, suffered multiple fractures on that stage 5 crash that involved Joe Dombrowski. Obviously he was out in some might say the form of his life. He was looking strong, he was looking good, but to no avail for Mikel Landa. Gino Mader took the victory on stage 6, but the talking points really, Team Ineos absolutely smashing it to pieces with around 55k to go. They were just trying to rip it up. Egan Bernal looked like he was on the old form that we saw him back in 2019. He brought the GC leaders over the line just behind Gino Mader. He's looking in great form, but the biggest talking point has to be this incident here with Bike Exchange, no word for it, running over a cyclist. I was watching this live, and you know when you're watching something and you go, oh, that's not, surely that's not, oh my God, that has happened, oh my gee. It was just Peter Serra from De Koenig Quickstep. Peter Serra was brought down by the Bike Exchange team car, in which now the driver of that team car has been expelled from the Giro, no less than he deserves. No less than he deserves, right? But yeah, that could have been, like I say, a hell of a lot worse. The problem is, the people in the cars, they treat their cars like officers. You've got someone sat in the driving seat normally with instructions stickered to the steering wheel. You've got a TV screen there. You've got the radio up here. You've probably got something on your sun shield to read with information on it. There's so much going on. It's like a moving office, and you've got however many of them, 20 of them, well, double that, 40 of those in the convoy, right? plus the commissaires, plus the medics, plus all the TV, plus all the bikes. Like I say, it's like a moving office space, a very dangerous moving office space, and how it doesn't happen more often, I'll never know. But when it does happen, it is bloody scary. Let me know what your thoughts are on it. I don't know if, I mean, everyone's going to say the same. Stupid, ridiculous, it shouldn't have happened, but it did happen. Luckily, the rider got up. Is there anything that the UCI can do? I mean, they're struggling to do the most basic of things for a sprint finish. So how are they ever going to manage and make the convoy even safer than it actually is at the minute? I don't know. Anyway, leave your comments down below. And then finally, in the news, a news story that I didn't think I'd be talking about. I honestly thought that this man would have ended his career, would have hung up his boots, cleats, indefinitely. Tom Dumoulin has announced his return to cycling starting in June at the Tour de Suisse. This comes after retiring, well, taking an indefinite break from cycling back in January. So back in January, during a team camp no less, midway through this team camp, Tom Dumoulin announced with immediate effect that he was taking an indefinite break from cycling to, I guess, reassess his life, reassess his goals, reassess his situation within the cycling world and see if he wanted to continue. Now, when Tom Dumoulin announced this back in January, I was like, I think I said it even on the news, like, he won't be coming back from this. Whether it was problems he was having, I don't want to say mental health problems, but I don't know if, you know, just his cycling career and the way it was going wasn't exactly going to his plan, so he was starting to feel a lot more pressure from the team, from himself, from fans. Like, this guy is a GC contender. He should be there or thereabouts. I don't like having to spark people out, but when they're drilling all day. Anyway, as I was saying, Tom Dumoulin, a GC contender. He's obviously won the Giro in the past, and it's almost like the fans, the sponsors, himself, his team, like everybody expects so much from him, and he kind of never took it to that next level and dominated the Grand Tours like potentially a lot of people thought he might have done. And then you've got Primož Roglič coming into the team, almost kicking Tom Dumoulin down a step. Maybe it just all got too much for him, I don't know, but he has decided to return, and if he's sorted himself out and he's feeling good about himself and he can enjoy his cycling again, I dare say that he can go back to winning ways and potentially again could come back stronger than Primož Roglič. And what do we think Tom Dumoulin's return is going to mean for Jumbo-Visma as a whole? What do you think it's going to mean for him? Do you think he's going to be able to, I don't know, go on to win one-day races, GC? Do you think he's just going to come back, just enjoy his cycling, and now he's taken that time away, people won't be expecting him to come back and be a GC rider, won't be a GC contender, and he can just simply be probably one of the strongest super domestiques in the professional peloton. It'll be interesting to see, and it'll be interesting to get your thoughts down below. Should we call it a day? Yeah? All right, let's call it a day. Thanks for watching, everybody. Make sure if you've not done already, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you know when we go live with our next videos. If you've disliked the video for whatever reason, leave your comments down below and let me know why you disliked it, and then hit that dislike button and enjoy your weekend. Have a good one, everybody. I'll see you on the next one.